What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are starting a brand new show, second of four. This is 7 Knights Revolution Hero Successor. Oh boy, here we go. So, second of four new shows today. It would be 5 shows today, but Moriarty Page had a pre-screening, so we already did that last week. But if you're new to the channel, hi, welcome. I'm a British guy who reacts to seasonal anime, and this is my 6th season of doing so, and we're now in the spring season. Lots of new shows are going to be starting over the course of this week, so I hope you're ready because there's going to be a lot of new shows and a very busy schedule for the first week or two, especially on Sunday. Sunday's going to be hell, but we'll work it out. And yeah, what we like to do here when we start a brand new show is I like to load up the analyst page, look at the synopsis, the tags, the studios, the stuff, things like that, just get a basic feel for the show before we head in. I used to do this before I did the channel anyway, so it's not something that's new to me necessarily. And it also helps me whittle down some shows a bit earlier, because I have too many shows to watch. I have about 30 per week, and that is too many for me to watch in a single week. I need to cut that down closer to 20, so I need to start finding some shows to drop. So if I can make some early assumptions about a show, and then see if the episode backs it up, or completely smashes my expectations, that can give me some information on whether I want to continue watching the show or anything like that. So that's why I still do it. If you want to skip ahead and not see any of that and just go straight to the reaction, there's a timestamp in the description, as there always is on all videos, regardless of whether it's the first time I'm watching a show or episode like 10. There's always a timestamp to the start of the reaction. So, let's get the analyst page up here. 7 Knights Revolution. Long ago, heroes had saved this world. Many heroes fought against the powers of destruction and protected the world, as you do. Years in the future, the heroes had disappeared as the years passed, and those possessing their powers called Successors now have the fate of the world in their hands. Okay, so the power still exists for when it's eventually needed. One of the elite Successors, known as the 7 Knights, is fighting an army of the destruction when she saves a boy named... Now, I'm calling him Nemo. I don't think it's Nemo. It's probably going to be Nemo or something like that, but I'm calling him Nemo because Nemo, right? During the battle, Nemo awakens the powers of a hero even he didn't know about and displays his powers as a successor. Of course, he gets saved, and oh no, suddenly I am now powerful. But his hero is someone who no one knew and no one ever spoke of, so a completely unexpected hero. Cause to have an OP main character, basically. Yeah, so those of you who know me, and have been with me for a few seasons, kind of know immediately what I think of this show. Not only because I've said this in Spring 2021 preview video, but also just because... Article 1. This colour palette. Like, just this style and colour palette is very indicative of a lot of things. Video game adaptation. Kind of says a lot. Not very popular. Kind of says a lot. It just sparks that same generic fantasy video game anime feel that I've seen so many times. We've seen it with Hortensia Saga. We've seen it with... what else have we seen it with more recently? I think basically every season kind of has a show like this. I'm just like, okay, we're doing another one of these, are we? And it's just... There's never anything to set them apart. Like, nothing ever sets them apart and makes them special. Light & Films doing it is okay. I have no concerns about them as a studio. Demerica, I can't remember what you did. You're very new. You worked on Generations. Now you're working on 3 shows this season, apparently. Helping out. Burning Kabaddi was okay. What Ends With You I have some high expectations of, but we'll see. Yeah, I just don't really have any expectations of what this is going to be. I'm just thinking generic fantasy anime again. I mean, they got Hanazawa in it. Cool. But... You know, it feels like it's going to be generic. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was. I'm waiting to see where the uniqueness for this ends up being. Because it needs it. Like, it quite simply needs it. I don't know if we're ever going to get that. So, that's really all my thoughts on the show. It's one of the quicker first episodes I'm going to do, probably. But I just don't know... I don't know what's going to capture me here. It doesn't seem like a show that's going to have anything for me, but we give it a chance because that's the point of this channel. We give these shows a chance to impress us and find some of the hidden gems of the season that many people might not think of watching because they feel like, what the hell is this? Gekidoll was one of them until the finale. Well, the last couple of episodes, actually. So yeah, as per usual, Here on the channel we do timer-based format reactions. If you want to see the full picture-in-picture, so myself and the anime in the same screen, you can go to my Patreon and join my Patreon there to view that. £4 a month gets you access to all Patreon actions I do on the channel. Everything from Winter 2021 and onwards is available. There are certain backdated shows like Higurashi and Jujutsu Kaisen that were before that. We also have Patreon request shows such as Sympho Gear and Local Horizon and World Trigger. World Trigger is returning on Wednesday. Local Horizon I don't know, and I don't know when we're starting Sympho Gear G. Sometime this week, but I just need to figure out where. Because, yeah, busy schedule. I don't quite know where it's going to fit yet. But yeah, here on YouTube though we have to do timer based. So bottom left of the screen you'll see a timer for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then I'll play, start the episode, I start the episode, and we'll be in sync. No video or audio from the original material will be shown here, obviously, for copyright reasons. So you need to go to Patreon for that, or have your own source material. We're watching this one on Crunchyroll, since they licensed it this season. No logos or anything to start, we're just going to go straight into the episode. Looks like we're looking at like a tavern sign of some sort, in a language we don't know, I'm guessing, probably. Or it's just a pretty weird sign. But you can use screen flash on my face or the mic to tell when the scene's transitioning. Pro tip, you can also look at this part of my headset. It's very reflective and should give away the scene transitions a bit easier as well, provided we don't stay in this terribly dark and grey and dingy colour palette for too long. So, anyway, with all that said, let's get into the first episode titled Awakening Succession. Here we go, in 3, 2, 1, play. Looks like the place is on fire. I'm guessing like giant spiders or something have come after us. Place looks pretty messed up. Very messed up. Okay. Didn't expect singing. How dare you interrupt my singing? Okay. Okay, start so far. Okay. Quite the contraption. So what's the card system here? I'm guessing that's their successor. Successor, rather. I guess they will have a different person on them or something. Alright, generic OP. What the fuck are these things? 'Cause Oh, lovely. 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 Ooh. And a new one's born out of it, huh? Hmm. Here comes a train. Oh, never mind. Not the train yet. Oh boy. Okay. It's the most casual dodge I think I've seen in a while. Mm-hmm. Okay. Transformation. Very basic transformation for starters, though. Good here. Never, as expected. Mm-hmm. Really? because yeah, that shouldn't be strange in that instance. Hmm. 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 Okay. Lovely. Mhm. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, okay. Yeah, that train's done for. I was about to say I quite like the idea of having a train as a mobile base like that, but yeah, that's done for already. Do I attack the train and left, or did the other one already fight it off? No, it just attacks and left. Okay. Oh, of course, it's still here. And let me guess, this is where we awaken our power. Jesus. How about that? Yep. Yep. Oh boy. Okay. Holding it at bay. Of course, it activates right now. Of course it is. Mm-hmm. 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 Obviously, it doesn't introduce because we've got to keep that mystery up. Oh boy. Not a bad idea to use the train, actually. Hmm. Sure. I like the grapple hook idea. ED time? ED time. This one might be a bit after the ED though. Well, that was a show, I guess. I felt like I was very quiet through this reaction. But honestly, I didn't really have much to talk about or get excited for, if I'm honest. Alright. Where the hell are we now? Is this Grand Seed Academy, I'm guessing? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Grand Seed, okay. Okay. Yeah, I think it's... I think it's pretty obvious where I kind of stand on this. Like, I don't know, there's nothing about that captured me. I don't know if there's anything... It just seems kind of generic, again. It just seems like something that has nothing special going on for it. Like, it's another one of those shows that's like, oh, the main character suddenly awakens to power as he needs to protect a girl. It's like, it gets a bit samey after a while. And again, the color palette, exactly the same, and it's like... It's not terrible. It's not terrible. Like, the MC, to be fair to him, it's... What I will say is, for a main character, he's not the worst main characters I've ever seen, which is nice. Like I said, it's just... It's just another... It's just another fantasy video game adaptation. There's just nothing really, like, saying itself out as, like, oh yes, I'm watching because of this. Like, the idea that he has a grappling hook, that's kind of a cool thing. You don't see, like, a grappling hook type combats much in these types of fantasy shows, because it feels like it's a bit too advanced. But this is kind of like one of those weird mix of science and magic type shows, where it's using like steampunk magic and stuff like steampunk science and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I don't really find anything interesting in this. It's not bad. It's certainly not one of the worst shows I've ever watched, but I just feel like I've watched this show like 5 times already in the past 2 years. Like, it really does feel like I've watched this for... Yeah. I've just watched this before. Since it's a video game adaptation, almost certainly it's a promo for the game. At least they went for the idea of actually using the game itself and the story in the game rather than using the game as the basis of the anime, like something like Shadowverse did. Like, oh god, Shadowverse. But yeah, I'm fine with saying I'm dropping this one. I don't need more of this. Character designs are okay, music's okay, action's okay. It's just a whole lot of okay. Which, if you need something else, yeah, like it feels like I'm watching another Hortensia Saga. Another King's Raid was another one that was recently on that list. Like, actually, I'm just gonna have a quick look to see what other anime from my list that this kind of reminds me of. So let's see. This doesn't really feel similar to Eighth Son, but it's just another one of these shows. There's Record of Grand Crest War. That's another one. Where it feels like another sort of generic title like that. Now, Record of Grand Crest did okay, and I might come back to that at some point, but it feels like another one of those type of shows. Let me filter this by my scoring system a bit easier. But yeah, at least it's not a Plunder or a Juliet or an Orphan. At least it's not that bad. But at the same time, it's just like, it's another King's Raid, Hortensia Saga, Shiraneka Project. It's just another one of these shows. Our Last Crusade, I don't know if that's the same category, but still, it's close enough. It's just not one of these shows that's just like, I don't know. There's just nothing setting it apart for me that makes me think, oh, I'm watching it because of this, you know? So, I think we'll just call it there. I don't think I need to speak much more of it. I'm fairly certain with how I feel about it. I'm going to update my score on it and do it on any list. But yeah, that's going to do it for you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that regardless. Leave a like if you did. Let me know if you're going to continue on with the show. I'm personally not. I've got, like I said, I want today to be a little bit of an easier day. So I don't need 5 shows today. And whittling this one down, I have no real regrets in doing so. Hopefully it does improve and you guys can enjoy this one. Let me know your thoughts as the series goes on. Drop by in Discord and let me know. But for me, not going to continue this one. So thank you for watching. You can subscribe as well to see other Spring 2021 shows that I'm watching this season that might catch your fancy as well. And until next time, see you guys later.